Good morning traders, and these are my Forex setups for today. So starting off with Euro USD, we're still pretty much going nowhere, still sideways, very much sideways inside this range at the moment. I'm very curious to see what's going to transpire at the bottom of this range. So if we just pull those levels in, pretty much that's my inside tail there. That one is gone, that one is gone. So that's the next level there. So I'm very curious to see what's going to happen at 117. Okay, so that's 117.00. This is going to be a very interesting area to see what transpires. A little bit of chaos in the market at the moment, well, last night and at the moment. However, this area is fairly interesting because we also have a diagonal trend line here, diagonal trend line break, and you can see we've broken, now we're running along it. First retest the break, second we could possibly get a third retest the break, and I'm looking for an area of support, and this is the area of support right now. Okay, so there's another small little inside bar area here. You can see price came past it with this bar, so that's the zone I'm looking at. So 117 is pretty much the area that I'm watching here. Let's see what transpires at 117. If we do just start getting this kind of price action, I would be looking at a long. If we break through this level and we start bumping our heads above it, I will start looking at a potential trend change and see what whether we do have the trend change. So remember, the trend at the moment is to the upside. We're now consolidating, so we're either consolidating or we are reversing, but we need to see a healthy pullback past those levels and then a move back up, test it, and then start rolling before I start looking at a trend change on this. Okay, so this moment is just sit and watch it at the moment. US dollar, Japanese yen, remember yesterday we were looking at this daily level. So this daily level here, we've got these two lines drawn in. We are playing in this space right now. Okay, so this is 106.785. If we reject this level, that is a perfect opportunity to short again. If we get through this level and we start finding support on that level, and that's going to be on like a 4-hour chart, then we have a potential trend change here as well. So for me at the moment, sit on hands on both these pairs just to wait and see what transpires. This does look a little bit tired at the moment, so we'll have to wait and see what transpires at this level. Okay, Euro Aussie dollar. So this one, remember we had the range, the channel, sorry, drawn in from yesterday. We've had a breakout of the channel, a pretty healthy breakout, and you'll see that on the hour. So next move for me is to wait for structure. Okay, so there's the first level of structure right there. So I'd like to see a pullback back to the 164.465 area, and just use this level here. You can see we are bouncing our heads on another level at the moment. So if we don't pull back here and we break through, then I'd want to see a pullback onto this area here of 164.765. But this is definitely looking long. Just need to wait for the setup for it. This is the zone I'm waiting for. Okay. So 164.465 is a long, your stop is below the previous swing low. Pound USD, similar setup as what's happening on the Euro USD. So a little bit of confusion around the stimulus package and politics in the States, which is what's bouncing the dollar around a little bit. So yeah, kind of an opinion to stay away from the USD at the moment, looking at everything, because this just has trap sort of printed all over it. I'm anticipating a continuation to the upside. Okay, so what's looking here is, you can see, you can call this pretty much a head and shoulders it's forming. Not very clear, but you can see there's the high, that's a higher high, that's a lower high, and here's my neckline. So it's a range, head and shoulders, it's a consolidation pattern. The trick is this is the area of support here, which is 130. So if this holds, then I'd expect us to come back to the top of the range. If it fails, I'd want to see a pretty strong move past and then a move back to come and test it and then start rolling before I start shorting this. So this is another one where we're just sitting on hands at the moment. Pound Japanese yen, lots of barbed wire here. Oh yeah, it's the hour, so let's just get here to the 8 hour. You can see we are breaking through levels. Let me just get to the correct level there. So we've broken through that level. We are coming up to this level here. This is my inside tail. You can see there it is there. There's a lot of resistance there. We've broken through. We found 1 bar support there. So I just want to delete that. That's of no use to us. So this is also sort of ranging at the moment, but it's ranging with lots of barbed wire. And when it does this, when you've got tails to upside, tails to downside, barbed wire, I tend to stay out of it. But this is interesting me. So we've rejected this level twice. Okay, 138.915. So I would not be, how do I put it? So I'd be interested in looking at a long here. I just need to see a bit of better price action, because there's a 200 point stop loss here for at least a 500 point gain. So there's better than 2 to 1 odds here. So this is something that I'm paying attention to this morning. I just want to see what transpires in the European session, and I'll do it on the 20 minutes or on the 30-minute chart. That's kind of the setup I'll look at. You can see very messy on the 20-minute as well. But look here, pin bar, engulfing bar. So I do have structure. Got 3 pin bars here off the level. Got an engulfing bar off the level. So I do have structure here off the level. So I'm really going to be paying attention to this level here. I'm not sure whether I'll buy it off the level. I'd want to see some price action like this off the level during the European session. There is noise around Brexit and Japan as well at the moment, so that's why there's a lot of confusion here. Okay, last one is Aussie dollar, Japanese yen. So we've got the breakout. Okay, there was a trendline breakout here we'll get to now. I just want to readjust this level because that's the area. We can go further down there. Okay, so that's the area that we need to pay attention to. I'll give those levels to you now on the hour. So trendline break first, we've broken out, looking for a pullback to retest. So first retest area, if you look to the left, you can see all the structure here. We've already bounced once off it. Look for a second attempt at it, 75873. That's the area I'm looking at the moment. If we find some bullish price action off here, and that'll be off the half hour or the 20 minute. Okay, I just want to get this down. If you can find some bullish price action off here, then I'd be looking at a move back to the top of the range. Alternatively, I would be interested in looking lower down here, okay, which is 75,694. If we do form a higher low here with a trend line break, that is going to give me a pretty solid measured move set up. I'm going to take it off here, which would then give me an ever so slight break above the top of the range, but I think I would still target the top of the range. I wouldn't try and anticipate a break through that. Okay, so this is a fairly clear range-based trade at the moment. Not something that I enjoy, but based on the bigger picture, the trend is up. I think that is a worthwhile trade to the upside. Okay, so yeah, that's kind of what I'm watching now. So these Aussie dollar, Japanese yen, and pound Japanese yen are the two that I'm actually watching this morning. I'm not sure we're going to pick up trades on the dollar pairs here or the euro at the moment, not until we get all this political noise sorted out, but this structure here is definitely interesting me. Okay, in regards, that's it from me this morning. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up later. Cheers for now.